we're going to press the towels. So you always want to press your towels before you do your hemming and sewing. Pressing is really literally pressing the iron on the fabric. The research I've done has said like 30 seconds. I never do 30 seconds. But what you'll notice is I'm actually lifting and moving the iron from one spot to the next and just pressing it down. Now we did a checkerboard towel, which means we have tons of ends. I'm not going to make you watch me press this whole towel, but what I am going to do is, now that we've pressed these ends here, I'm just going to trim them up and you can see how I trim them. Let's just give them a good press. And then I'm just going to come along and trim those edges. So literally I'm just picking it up, trimming it flush to the fabric. And again, you're going to want to make sure that you've got good sharp scissors for this. These scissors are not the best. But you just want to cut it nice and flush. And then after I've done that, I'm just going to go over and press again. Now when you do your next wash, you may find that a few of those ends are looking a little fuzzy. You can trim them again, but they should be fine. They're not going to unravel. Your towel is not going to fall apart. So part of the reason that I'm lifting my iron instead of ironing it back and forth is because if I start ironing back and forth, I'm actually going to distort the squares. So I have these nice square lines. If I start pushing the iron back and forth, it's going to distort those squares. So that's another good reason to press instead of slide your iron back and forth. So if you look along here, you cannot see where the color changes happened, or barely at all. Like I can see it's slightly thicker here. So remember we did those split ply color changes, and that's why I do that, because you really hardly see the color changes at all. So there, now you can press your towels and you know how to trim your ends, and there's video for hemming and clipping, and you will have a beautiful set of towels.